What's up, Putty Rotsy? It's your person. It's Aunt Putty. And I'd actually love to infodump about something, and I made an oops with another crab's treasure. And I may have found something funny with that. But anyway, I kind of want to infodump about the isekai fanfic that I'm working on. Like, it is a slow burn enemies to lovers thing, and I actually want to talk about the anti-hero, Lily. Like, I know that one's seemingly controversial, but there is a reason why I picked Lily as a name for that. I didn't pick it because funsies. Because in the traditional sense, Lily means basically purity, innocence, etc. And Lily's not really an antagonist so much as an anti-hero. Think similarly to Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, I gotta warn you about something. Lily starts off, well, seemingly antagonistic because of a perceived slight. It's not because of skin tone or any of that, because that would be wrong. Like, wrong. So, there is that to consider. Alright. I know. Putty! Why are you streaming again? Well, reason why is actually because I kind of want to talk about this isekai fanfic before I publish it, because it's kind of like an enemies to lovers thing, you know?
What word comes to mind when you think of the earth? For some,
it's a slow burn.
Beautiful. Others might say the world is hateful.
Like,
or unstable, or full of
for starters, it's very...
that best describes our world.
It starts off as Lily acting a little antagonistic, but it could be because of a perceived slight by the protagonist, who is currently known as Echo, you know? So there is that to consider. And on top of that, Lily and Echo kind of have a complicated relationship. It's not black and white. Like, when I say complicated, I mean complicated. Yeah, it's kind of a complicated thing. Like, you've seen, like, the design for Lily, and the only reason why they're dressed like that is because, well, when you think about it, when you're working with machinery... Hi, Luca. When you're working with machinery, you tend to work up quite a lot of sweat. So yeah, the only reason why they were dressed like that for their reveal is because they've been working on their robotic arm, like upgrading it, and I'm gonna tell you, it can get quite dirty. Like I'll tell you from the get-go. I tend to sweat a lot, you know, when I'm working on something that involves a lot of, well, work, like lifting heavy stuff. So, but I do have to tell you this about Echo Z, about Echo and Lily's relationship. They do end up together, but it's more like it's complicated. Like, they used to be friends as kids, but kind of fell off the deep end sometime in their teenage years due to an accident that involves Echo being a little stupid. When I say a little stupid, like, I'm talking about balancing on a metal beam and basically being a show-off ski, you know? So, there's that. And, yeah, Echo... You may have noticed that Echo and Lily look radically different from each other. But I do have to say this as a disclaimer. They do end up together. It's a slow burn. So you better find some bread clips. Say goodbye to your shell, lady. Excuse you? No! Give me back my shell! Crab. Hey, look at me. So, yeah. It's gonna be a slow burn, enemies to lovers sort of isekai fanfic, so relax. Okay, just relax. I'm working on it. Like, now he's gonna get arrested for tax evasion, but also public and. Alright! He's naked. I don't want to talk to people. That's a fucking mode. But yeah. Lily and Echo do end up together. But, and that is a huge but, there is like a little bit of tension and Lily does end up with somebody else first, which would ultimately let leave Echo to yell a very specific phrase out of pure frustration. And I can't really blame them. Like, if I were in Echo's shoes and I see two people having a bunch of tension, I would probably shout the same thing they do. So, yeah. Maybe look before. Yeah, so looking before you judge somebody is probably the smartest move anyone could take. How do I trade that? Trade it in for. How did I end up here? What the shell? I don't wanna. Worth. Oh my god. Sleeping. Oh my god. Run! Frick. 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 Fuck. Shit. God damn it. Fuck off. No. No, 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 no. Nah, nah. Sweets. Go flip yourself. I've been reading Hollow Knight fanfiction all day. Lucky? Wait a minute. Hey, he's somewhat covered. But god damn it, Krill, put some fucking clothes on. Fuck. Look, a double helix. Alright. Down we go. Woohoo! You're right. But, yeah. Okay. That's the only person who could cook him. The naked chef. Alright. Alright. But yeah, I'm handling the story as respectfully as I can. In fact, I think it's smart to say that I'm probably gonna need, like, a beta reader. Like, I've had somebody else look at the design for Lily and basically give me the thumbs up to let it out. And yes, that person is a person of color, so. And I have had him look at it, and he said, okay. So there really shouldn't be issues as far as design goes. Hmm. Power present in moon snail shells will allow you to purge microplastics from yourself, gaining strength. However, certain folk might be interested in trading for extra microplastics. Consider saving some. Okay. Nope. But yeah, I always double check to make sure that things are kosher so that I don't get in trouble, you know? Or do something foolish. Or rude. Like, I kind of want to avoid doing that, you know? You can lick my ventral. Later, kid. But yeah, you usually know me for the Billy Bust Up content. And I want to be as respectful as I possibly can. Like, I chose to call Lily, well, Lily, not just because I think it's. Not because I think it's feminine, but more because of what it symbolizes. It symbolizes, from what I've heard, it symbolizes innocence or eternity, depending on who you're asking. Whoa, don't see your type leaving the tide pool often. Don't have a choice. Can you tell me what's. Took all my hard earned microplastics. Oh. Oh no. Yep. I'm not a freeloader. No. Uh-oh. Nuts. Yep, that snail is a little bit, oh. Why does everyone in this place try to kill me? Hmm. Hey, you're back. What game is this? It's called Another Crab's Treasure, Blaze. And I found this while doom scrolling. Same with Billy Bust Up, believe it or not. In fact, yeah, when I first found this game, I was like, wait a minute. The devs of Billy Bust Up were working on another game? And then I looked closer and realized, nope. Somebody else was cooking Okay. Woo! Alright. But yeah, I mean... Barbed hook. Okay. Like, I just have this weird habit of finding games, like, whilst doom scrolling. Like, that's basically how I found Billy Bust Up. And also how I found this game. Like, I was scrolling, and there was this cute little crab with a thing. And I was like, this looks interesting. I'm gonna check it out. And after checking it out, I discovered it's a Souls game, and, well, I mean, you can go play the Barnaby thing off, and guys, switch it up sometime. Yes! In fact, the Barnaby wall is how I found Billy Bust Up in the first place. And as for this game, it's... it's a... yeah. It's a bit of a... It's a story. I mean, I was scrolling and I see this cute little crab in a boss fight, and oh no. Yeah. Let's just say what I found would make the questionable joke from the questionable joke that Black Griffin told at MomoCon in 2024. All I can say is what I found in this game makes that joke look, well, a little tame, you know? In fact, a lot tamer. Because, I do believe that one of the boss fights do involve, ow. Alright. Nya, 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 nya. Alright. Yeah, it makes some of the dirt. I do gotta warn you that there's a little bit of a dirty joke somewhere in this game. Like, I don't remember where, but I do know it happens. Something that rates your vibe, so to speak. Yeah, you could say that it kind of gives good vibrations, if you catch my drift. I mean, just because I'm ace doesn't mean I can't say anything dirty. If you know, you know. Yep. I think I know exactly what you speak of. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Adios, chili con carne. Bonsoir. Ça va bien, mother trucker. We make sex jokes because sex is a joke to us. Exactly! Some of us do, some of us don't. I mean, asexuality is a spectrum. Which is... Why did the crab blush? Because it saw the ocean bottom. I got a few of my own, but I don't think I should be telling them. Cause... let's just say hell would freeze over. Okay. Wait. I remembered something from my last playthrough. It's gonna involve me fucking around with the settings. It would get shocked with cold. Another Crab's Treasure is meant to be a challenging game, but everyone plays their own way. If the game's difficulty is harming your fun, feel free to turn on some of these options to make things a bit easier. Okay. Just because I find it obnoxious to lose microplastics. Hey, look! Shell wait. Krill's got a gun! Hehe. The urge to say something squirrel was here. You know what would be even funnier for this guy? If it had the phrase, where is Admiral Rickover when you need him? The guy is sitting in an electric chair. The executioner says, a last word, and the guy says, I won't be shocked if this doesn't work. Oh my god. And they both laugh, and then he pulls the... Oh my god. I don't think anyone is ready for me to tell that kind of joke. I don't think anyone's ready for that, so... Halt, Wanderer! Speak your business from Fort Slacktad, or be struck down where you stand. Sorry! Oh gee, Sorry, I saw this in a short video and decided to tell it as a don't worry. I've got a lot darker than that. I mean, my sense of humor is like, okay, hopefully I don't get canceled for this. My sense of humor is like a kid with cancer. It never gets old. I know I shouldn't be joking about this, but I can tell dark jokes. Captain takes his job seriously. Yeah, and I saw that particular joke in a meme. What's that up there? What? Yeah. Whew. If I could figure out how to mod the trans flag in here, that would be cool. That would be cool. Like, really cool. Like, whoa. This thing's actually kind of impressive. I'm about to say something a little bit more controversial. Whatever. Might as well go down in a blaze of glory. But I think Krill is exercising his Second Amendment rights. That joke was almost as dark as a blanket. True. I mean, hey! The Duchess received a walk-in! Woohoo! Running, running, running. Look at me go running. I'm fast. Hello. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I told you that I've got a bunch of dark jokes. I mean, I usually keep them to myself, but figured it was kind of applicable because, let's just say I sail and I know things. I game and I know things. I just love how the Duchess's mouth just keeps moving here. Nuts. Yeah, I mean, oh, Krill's got a crush. Krill's got a crush. Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Duchess is gorgeous. Pizzazz. Blah. Oh, that one means I don't. Alright, so, French nerd coming in. Je ne sais quoi is actually a play on of je ne sais pas, which means quite literally, I don't know. Or I don't know what. I bet the Duchess took a lot of inspiration from the British Museum. You know, I'm going to have to ask my big sister this question. Climb the Western Tower? Okay. Yeah, I think they took inspiration from Great Britain. Like, the architecture does look like stuff that you would... Excuse me, madam. Rude. But the only difference between the Duchess in this game and everything else is that this game, uh, got spilled out across the hall. All that stuff was stolen. True. I mean, not gonna deny it. Like, I think there's some leftover gear in the room across the hall. Don't go blaming me if you get yourself hurt. Okay? Oh, shit. Oh, and by the way, those are urchins. Those hurt. And if you get stung by one of these bastards, you've got like two options. One option is pretty safe for work, which is keeping like vinegar on hand. But the other one is less than to be desired. Like, for the safe for work method, all you gotta do is consistently carry around vinegar and just pour it on the affected area. Alright. You better have it clean. Because I don't want my ass to be, grass. Alright. I love the physics in this game. Like, look at this. It just clips through everything, you know? How do you even know whether the sea urchins were born out of wedlock? Mario suit. Yep. And I better put up a disclaimer here. Don't fucking smoke. Even if I do not like you. Like, don't do that to yourself, okay? Because there are actual chemicals in cigarettes that really shouldn't be in a human body. Like, whew. Let me think. Mario cigarette. Uncrustworthies! Spider crab, doing everything crabbies do. I'm a shy Kinda gay. Doing everything crabbers do. Come here. You dumb spider crab. They responded. They love them chemics. Nope. My dad actually died from that, so that is a hard hell no from me. Alright. So you told Duck what I said, huh? They love Well then, I guess it's time for a science lesson. Don't you think? 'Cause some of these things are actually what you see used in everyday objects. Like nail polish remover, for instance. And you really shouldn't be... Sometimes they double Ooh. Well, you can tell Duck that sorry for your loss. That I'm genuinely sorry for their loss. But I think they're gonna need some help first. You don't die from smoking. You die from the shit you get from smoking, like lung cancer, COPD. Yeah, that's basically how my dad died. Like, the lead cause was pneumonia, but the second-hand cause was cancer. So some of them are even, if not smoking, is still a no for me. True. Like, I do not recommend it. If anything, I advise against it. Because it can get quite depressing if you catch my drift. Okay. And of course, a shipment of flippin'. Just because I'm a nosy bastard. What's up here? Rusty nail. 4 attack, 3 on this sheet. 3 res required. Stowaways! Ouch! Ouch. Get out of there. Get out of there. How do I get out of this? Fuck. Secondhand smoke is even worse because you're breathing the chemicals instead of through a filter. So it harms other people as well as yourself, so don't do it. Yeah, and vaping just... it's somehow worse than smoking because you're quite literally burning your lungs here. Like, don't do it. Even if I don't like you, just Just don't, okay? I mean, I get it. If you were in my shoes, I'd dislike me too. Like, miss me, now you've gotta Twix me. Okay. Oh, shit! Are you okay? I've been around my family that did it years ago and I'm fine, but I still avoid people. Same. Like, I grew up with that. Sorry, I almost killed you. Yeah. Now you can get tetanus too. Ludo? Are you even seeing the weapon that I'm holding in my claw, dude? Yeah. Barnacle. Alright. I don't think anyone could make it at Valdez. Still new to grappling, but I'm getting the hang of it. No one's seen him since. Okie dokie. Hold on. I'm gonna add you and you. I got a stowaway. Shortcut discovered. Wait, there's a shortcut? Oh my goodness me. Hmm? My grandpa used to smoke when I was around super long. I don't want to learn how big the chances of me getting lung cancer. Same with both my parents. My mom thankfully quit, but my dad. Well, I think you can guess why I see Barnaby as more of a dad than anything. And why I also see Sonic as a dad, so, teenager trauma, eh? Yeah. I've got trauma. What's this? Whoa! Whoa! Ew. Ew. That's a bad tickle. That's bad. Whoa. Okay. Hmm? Look at me, I have barbed hook. Yoink. Oh no. Wait, what's this up here? Tin can! Aw, man. I lost my gun. You know what? Fuck it. Why can't people in this world be more smart about this kind of thing? I don't know, because 50 years ago, I don't think they had that kind of knowledge. Ow. Run away. Run away. In an effort to recover his home, the plucky hermit crab ventures into a turn journey slightly more challenging. Why can't people be more smart about this? I don't know. I mean, why can't people be more smart and realize that if you don't like something, don't read it? I mean, this is probably going to sound really, really flippant coming from me. Why am I timed out? Honestly, in the last stream, it seems like you were getting ready to cause trouble, but, don't time them out unless they do something foolish. I mean, smoking and drugs, alcohol. 'Cause, well, again, the knowledge back then is pretty different from our knowledge now. Like, back then, they did not realize that smoking and alcohol was bad for you. Or drugs. All they knew was it made them look cool. Ow! It feels a new ability awaken. I do? Yep. You're right. Shell spell, huh? Creature. Well, isn't that convenient? Okay. Sorry, but I told Doc. Sure they are. No, I don't. Not really, though. Stuff I say in anger do not reflect my values. My grandmother always blamed stress. Working where she used to before she passed away, I knew the people who made her that way. True. I mean, there's that to consider. But no, ultimately, I don't want people doing that. That was a very poor choice of words on my end. Because, well, just like that. Yeah, I personally think Duck should be a little bit more careful about his choice of words. Because if he said that to the wrong person, all I can say is it won't end well. Like, it'll end poorly. Boom. Yeah, it doesn't reflect his views, but he also kind of shouldn't be saying stuff like that anyway because, well, I know he doesn't truly mean harm, but he's spoken some pretty concerning stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I've said stuff and I've apologized for it. You've offered to speak for him. Yeah. Yeah, I've apologized for the stuff that I've said because it wasn't right of me to say that. And I do deeply regret the stuff that I've said. In fact, I'm planning on donating to the Trevor Project again sometime in the near future. Because I do believe that trans rights are human rights. And everyone's got a right to speak their... They think this is just a PR stunt. And is faking an apology. No, this isn't fake. And come on. Do I really look like a business entity? Like, I'm literally just playing a game. Like, I've already apologized, and I know that people are not gonna forgive me. This will make Duck forgive you. How? Dude. Duck and I were both in the damn wrong. I was in the wrong for screaming at a vessel, and Duck was in the wrong for trying to make me talk to them in the first place. That and recording without my consent and what was that other thing? Threatening to burn my house down? Yeah. You should address it to him. Duck, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, painfully real. We were both in the wrong. Like, I was in the wrong for screaming at a vessel and saying something so horrible and out of character, and you were in the wrong for trying to force me to talk to somebody that I didn't want to talk to, and threatening to burn my house down, and recording me without even letting me know what's going on. He's in the wrong for... Oh. I did not see that. In fact, Duck, I'm gonna say this. You dodged a nuke. Yeah, I'm with not the axolotl. Like if Abyssal doesn't want to forgive me for the things I've screamed at them, that is honestly their business. But the important part is showing remorse. We'll take it as as more of a learning thing. That woo! In fact, I'm going to say this. It was stupid and the interaction just made everything worse. Yeah, I'm with Ludo on that one. Ouch. Okay, panic. Ow. Phew. Alright. What about the poison thing? And as he... For that one, I'm going to have to, again, be real. Because Gavin the Ghost Loon is a roleplay account, and if Duck was really considering it, I personally do not think it's a wise idea to interact with roleplay accounts that focus on dark stuff like death, poison, etc. If someone tells you who they are by doxing and threatening you, listen. True. And Duck, we both know each other's names. Come on. Let's be honest here. I personally think that it was foolish of Duck to interact with what was essentially a roleplay account. Especially with that state of mind. Because when they called Gavin a manipulative bastard, when they called the character, when they put the ask in about the Barry's roleplay address is far better than that. True. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. In all honesty, I am. I'm pretty sure that before I made that response, I said something. Not trying. Can you not talk about that? It's a sensitive topic. Sorry. It's alright. But I will be addressing that very soon with the roleplay count. And honestly, I'm just not the best at addressing situations. But I am willing to learn from it. But I'm going to have to ask Duck to be a little bit more careful from now on. I acknowledge the apology. Point out you waited for him on call on your stream with him. True. But I do think that I gave him warning, so... Wait, did I give him warning? I cannot remember if I warned him or not, so that's why that particular stream is now privated, because I am not really willing to play with memory stuff. And there is another thing that I've got to address, and it's the Airlane Hedgehog thing. Like, I see her as who I wanted to be as a teenager, not my actual sister. And Allison Hedgehog is supposed to represent me from my own high school days, not from what I saw from the stream. Yeah, hence why I took it down. Yeah, hence why I've privated it. Because I looked back and realized I forgot to ask him, so I'm just not gonna play with that. So we'll take it as a learning experience from all sides. Okay? Okay. Whenever he feels danger beyond his abilities. Yeah. Both of us made a bit of an oops. And at this point, I'm just gonna leave those people the heck alone. Like, I don't want more trouble. I don't know about you, but I kinda don't want more trouble. Said that getting mad when you listen to Gray's side is backtracking on the two sides of... Yeah, well, I admit that one was pretty stupid on my end. With the apparent backtracking thing. But I am willing to, well, clear the air and basically knock away any misconceptions or even lies that Abyssal Gray may have uttered by mistake. Because there are things that they've taken out of context. Like, for example, while what Summer says seems very suspect, the context of that conversation between them and Fandom was that it was in regard to Gabe and Claire's marriage. And how do I know this? Easy. I asked Summer. Like, I've seen the conversation myself, and my reaction was, what the hell are you doing? Like, the way Fandom worded it was frankly really sneaky and quite suspect in nature. Because personally, I do not think that a child should be. What's that got to do with the duck? Well, since he decided to listen to Abyssal, and let's just say Abyssal's got a bit of a habit of taking things out of context. And unfortunately, Duck is missing that context a lot. Like, claiming that I have smut of my little sister. That one is not true, unfortunately. Like, I've went back, read the fanfic, and let's just say that I've realized where that misconception would come from, so I had to edit that. I'm embarrassed by it, and it was a psychological horror AU. So when Airlane Hedgehog was calling Sonic Daddy, it's not because she thinks that he's hot. It's because she was raised by him as a child. So there's that to consider. There is no yeah. Duck. Yeah. There was no smut. There was, however, a bath scene, and I changed it not just because it looked suspect, but also because it was supposed to be platonic. Like, to me, cheek kisses are not romantic. At all. But I can see where that can get confused. But yeah, there is no smut of Airline. In fact, I don't remember much of what I've written about SDH Academy in the first place. All I know is that there is a psychological horror, body horror AU, where Sonic kidnaps a baby at birth, and he runs a school, and is Arrow Ace and Mary. Like, that much I do remember. Nuts. Gotta go.